Staci?
Alrighty, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Pathways Overview. My goal this evening is to walk you through and for you to have an easy transition on your Pathways journey. Your mentor and you will go over and clarify your objectives and your goals for your Toastmasters journey. This evening, I will be showing you how to navigate your treasure box that is filled with a plethora of tools and detailed videos, instructions as to where and what each button that you click is for, especially the importance of each section that you will have the opportunity to navigate. I will be muting everyone out, which we've already done. So if you have any specific questions, please click on the raise your hand button, which is on your Zoom navigation toolbar. And you may also use the chat as well, which is also on your Zoom navigation toolbar. Notice that you can type a private message or a message that everyone can see. It says everyone or private, however you want to ask your questions. I will go ahead and keep track of time. This is going to be about 20 to 25 minutes. I will be continually checking the chat for
Join the meeting.
I will continually be checking the chat for questions in each particular area. And I believe we're ready to go ahead and let's get going here. If everyone can just type into the chat bar, hello. Let me make sure that everybody knows how to use the chat bar so we can go ahead and get started with that part. Can everyone see my screen? Please type in the chat if you can see my screen. Okay, I just fixed it again, so you should be able to fix it. Somehow it went off here. Da-da-da-da. Chat. Perfect. Now everyone can see the screen, right? Okay. Beautiful. Great. Let's get started. There are two different websites that you're going to be using on this journey. The first website is our local website, which is going to be the Wellington Toastmasters website, which is what you're going to be using for all of your local information. You'll be using that website each week to sign in on the agenda and to check any local events that are going on, such as area events and Toastmaster events that we host as a club. Also, right now, while we are doing our online meetings, on the very front section of our Wellington Toastmasters page, you will see the link to our meeting. It is the same link each week. I invite each of you to start inviting guests. We can host guests from anywhere in the United States or all around the world. So if you've been wanting to invite people to our Toastmasters meeting, this is an open invitation for people to join us on our Toastmasters meeting. I'm going to use my website, the Toastmasters.org website, as the example for the evening. Each one of you should have received from Toastmasters International, the moment you signed up, an email that invites you in to set up your username and password. Now, if you did not see that username and password email, then you can go ahead. I'm just going to log out so I can show you. Let's see here. Log out. Okay, I'm going to log in. All right. Right here, down here is where it says forgot password. If you are already registered and paid up, then you can click on forgot password. Even though you did not set up a password yet, Toastmasters.org has you registered as a Toastmaster, current as you have paid. So when you click the forgot password, which is what I did this evening for 2 of our new members, as they hadn't received the email from toastmasters.org. Sometimes it is in a different tab. I clicked on forgot password. The moment I did that, they both received an email from the website here, and they were both able to get in. So I believe now our 2 newest members, Brendan and Susanna, both have their logins. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. And we're going to go straight into pathways. Now, I have already chosen a path, but typically when you go in here to choose a path, I'm going to just show you as a new member, you could choose your path, and when you continue to your path selection, it will pretty much give you a survey based on what your needs are, based on what your wants are for you as a Toastmaster, what you're looking to achieve in your journey. And you may choose personally whatever path that you want, or you may use their suggestion. Typically, the survey is very explicit in learning what it is that you're looking to achieve, so you can go with that path. As soon as you have your path, you're going to go directly into Basecamp. So we're going to log right now into the Basecamp. And they have made this quite easy for you to navigate and to open up your curriculum. So as you can see here, down here, these are all clickable links. So leadership development basically is your curriculum, which is your path. We're going to dive into that in just a moment. I do want to show you the simplicity of just logging in and going through the different links here so that you can see how explicit they are in explaining in a video how to go through each program. So I am actually signed up also for the Pathways Mentor Program. So I have 2 curriculums going. You have that option as well to sign up in the mentor program so that you can also give presentations based on the Toastmasters mentor program. I find it handy as I have a business that I coach worldwide. So I thought that it would be a great idea for myself to learn what they are teaching us on their platform as being a mentor, and it is based in an online program. Complete a level overview. Basically, you click on that. You can launch it right here. And it's going to take you directly to a video that will
once you have completed all projects in a level,
that will explain how you complete each of your projects in a level. Each part that you have to complete as a Toastmaster is all right here. So this is your complete a level overview. This is complete my assignments overview. This is very important, and this is about completing a project. So I invite each one of you to launch each one of these and go through the video once we're complete with this evening. Although I am showing you the buttons and how to do this, they do give an explicit way of you completing your levels, completing your assignments, and completing a project. Right now, we're going to dive in and we're going to open up a curriculum because I want to show you the importance of all of the tools. Right now, I am on level 4. I'm on project 1, level 4. So there is, it tells you everything. Here's my level. Here's my elective projects. I know, Brandon, just give me one moment. I'm going to go ahead and answer your question. Okay, so we have a minimum required here is 1. Although they give me 8 items to look at to see which one I want to do. So if I want to create a podcast, building a social media presence, if I want to manage a difficult audience, write a compelling blog, whatever I want to do, I get to choose 1 to complete this level. Now, of course, a person like myself who is growing my online presence and my online business, I have an interest in all of them. So how do I look at all of them and launch them all just to see what they're about? So when you go here to the right-hand side, make sure that you don't just click launch here, you just go to the right-hand side because this gives you 3 options. You can go ahead and launch it, you can view your training details, or you can move to an archived transcript. I'm going to launch this project and show you what this is and what this looks like and how you can start and finish it. Okay, Brandon, let me go ahead and answer, see your question. Just a minute here. Unmute. Unmute. Okay, Brandon, I unmuted you. What is your question?
2 questions. Number 1, on that homepage where you have the list, you have like 5 different items that we can go on.
Yes.
I only have 1. Are we supposed to have all those when we first sign up?
Have you gone through and chose your path?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me just go back to where you're speaking of. Hold on 1 minute. Let's see. So you're talking about the different options where I was showing you that you could click?
Correct. Yeah. So the My Education transcript in the middle bottom right portion.
Probably because you haven't launched your manuscript yet. Have you launched that?
Not the manuscript. So the only thing I see is my path, which I chose effective coaching, and it just shows the effective coaching, and then it says open curriculum, and that's the only thing there. So it doesn't have those other ones that you had on yours.
Okay, it will once you launch your transcript.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. You had the second question?
Yeah. In order to get my name spelled right, can I do that on my own, or does that have to be done through customer support?
That could be done through I am your customer support, or Jack is your customer support, or any of your officers are your customer support. So go ahead and just send either Jack.
He can do that himself real easily.
Okay, Jack, if you could do me a favor and just go ahead and put it on the chat. And this way we have a clean copy of this. We'll go ahead and do it that way. So just, Brendan, if you can just go ahead and
Sure. Thank you.
contact Jack. Are we clear?
Yep. Perfect.
Perfect. I'm just going to move forward now. So here it is. We're in create a effective podcast. I just want you to see down here, you have ways that you could look at different sections of this presentation that's going to be given to you. So this is your introduction. And then you can click here on this sidebar, and it basically gives you the introduction to how to do a podcast. Here is what the purpose of the project is, your overview of the project. You do have clickable links right here, your project checklist.
That's me, sorry. Okay.
Perfect. So you have a project checklist. The project checklist, since I already have it open, looks like this. And you can download it and print it out. And typically I download it, print it out. And they have made it where you could, let's see, effectively, some of them you can type in and some of them you can't. This particular one you can't type in, so you must print it out. Some of them you can, though, type in them. This one does not let you type in them. Type in this one. Okay, I'm gonna go back here. So this is your assignment. And then you must access your skills before you do the project. So this is how I'm going to access my skills. I understand what a podcast is and different podcast formats. So each one I go to, I give myself my answers, how to develop my podcast, talk show podcast. It gives all the information. I'm not going to click on all of the links, but every single project is so detailed. It's wonderful, especially if you're utilizing this not just for your Toastmasters journey, but just to get yourself organized, to be effective in every way in every project that you're doing. I take all these projects to heart, so I actually have I have this open, and right next to, I'll give you an example, right next to this on my computer, I typically have 2 screens that are opened up, and the screen that I open up, I take notes on. So I'll give you an example here. Let me see if I can get to this for you to give you the example. Here, let's share. I'm just going to share both screens right now so you can just take a quick gander. And I'm going to hit share. So you can see typically what I do is, this is project 1, level 4. Tonight I am utilizing this presentation as a pathways project. So I write down how I'm clarifying my goals and objectives, and I talk about what my goal is. I give myself a whole layout by utilizing all of their tools. All of their tools come in super handy for me so that I'm organized. When I go to do my speech, I can practice my outline here, know that I'm organized, have a checklist as well. And that's how I do my pathways. So let me just go ahead and bring us back to the other shared screen here. Just bring me back to the pathways. Let's see. I can bring you back to the pathways. Okay, perfect. All right, so here we are back on pathways. Now you're gonna go ahead and create your content. It gives you everything, and as I just showed you, this is how I do my layout, screen to screen, as I'm going through each project, so that I am fully engaged in what their suggestions are for me, and also how I am putting this all together. This is like when you were in 1st grade or 2nd grade and you had to do an outline, do a summary, do a rough draft. This is basically what it pulls you through. Okay, so once you're done, you go to all the way to the bottom. Now also, just so you know, if you want to click through and say, go to the reviewing information, go to the complete your assignment information, go to your evaluation, you may. This is very important when you're complete. I'm going to go to the end here. So it's important that you access your skills afterwards. The reason why it's important that you're accessing your skills is this is how you actually complete the project in this level. You must walk yourself through this. So if I just click on, I understand what a podcast is and different podcast formulas. So after what, I may be a 3 at the beginning, I may be a 5 at the end. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna click through. I'm going to answer all of the questions. Now, after I've answered all of the questions, it will allow me at the end when I'm complete to say, you have completed this project. You must see those words in order to move on to the next project on your pathways. That's very important. So once you've accessed your skills, be sure to go back in. You may upload your evaluation if you want. You may ask any of your club members for evaluation also, which I'm going to show you here. Let's see, let's go back here to Toastmasters International, and we're going to go back here into Basecamp. I'm going to show you how interesting this is. So these blue bars here, the navigating Basecamp, the education transcript, accessing your path, your feedback, which is what I was just saying to you. My feedback, you can actually request from anyone, even in other clubs, if you want to get feedback on the speech that you've possibly recorded. You may upload your recording here, and you may get feedback from other clubs, from other club members. You may want to do that as well here. You can do that. Speech evaluations. This is an overview here, guys, of all of the speech evaluation forms. So for instance, if Natifa is doing a speech on persuasive speaking, you can just click right here and you can launch the evaluation resource if you are Natifa's evaluator and print it out. That's one option you can do if you're logged into Toastmasters.org. Now, if you're logged into Wellington Toastmasters, I want to show you this because this is super important. if you're logged into the Wellington Toastmasters, especially because we are online, each one of these sections is extremely important that you fill out, because once you have chosen your path, now it's automatically in your Toastmasters website here. So you're going to choose the path, which is the icebreaker. Say Brendan's going to be doing his icebreaker, and he can put his speech title, speech introduction. Make sure that you save the project speech details. If you don't save them, you lose everything you just typed. So that's very important. Right here, save project speech details. Save your project. Now, if you're the evaluator and you want to know what the description of the project is, you can get it right here. Here's the project description of the icebreaker. If you want, let's go back to this. Here we go. If you want the evaluation form, you click here, and in this evaluation form, which is excellent when we are online, you can type right in here. So you can type here, and then you can go ahead and upload this and send this right directly to the speaker. Okay, so these are all the evaluation forms are all able to be typed in when you are the evaluator. Anybody have any questions so far? It doesn't look like it. If you do, you can raise your hand, or you can note, okay, Brendan raised his hand. Let's go to Brendan. Brendan, you can unmute yourself and ask a question.
Sorry, I'm just full of questions.
Great.
So I saw what you're just doing on the Wellington Toastmasters one. When I go to choose path or project, I noticed that I've got multiple pathways that I can choose from. Should I select the one in particular that I'm most engaged in at the moment?
You are going to go in the order. So these are all by level order. So right here, for instance, you're going to complete level 1. You're going to start out with an icebreaker. Is this the question you're asking?
Well, so if you do that minimize button to the left of pathways,
Yeah.
so effective coaching is the one that I had chose as my path. And I noticed that also has an icebreaker as well.
Yes. So the first level, great question, Brandon. The first level for every path is the same. It's the icebreaker, evaluation and feedback number 2, and then finally you get to research and presenting, and every path has those first 4 projects that are the same. When you start at level 2, right now I'm clicked on sense of humor, so know your sense of humor is going to be the first speech you're going to be in your level 2. And then it's connect with your audience, and then every one of these become different.
Got it. Okay.
You finished your first 4 speeches. Did that answer your question?
Yeah. Perfect. And then it's all right. Other stuff I can ask you later when we're done with this call. Thank you.
Okay. Perfect. Great. All right. So I'm going to go back right now to the pathways. This is managing your project. So we're going to go here and let's see, we're going to click out of here. Everybody's clear on what we do for our Wellington site. Everybody's clear that you can use an evaluation form and type right into your evaluation form. That's all clear. And now we are going.
Get your level complete.
That's the video. Okay. So once you have completed your level, it's very important that you upload your completion, which will do that. It will do that automatically. So for instance, let's just start with level 1. Level 1, there's 4 speeches. Once you've completed your level 4 speech, make sure that you have 1, 2, 3, and 4, all that you have completed. This bar here will show that you're 100% complete. When you're 100% complete, it automatically sends out an email to our Vice President of Education, and it also sends an email out to and notifies the the Toastmasters organization as well, which will automatically send you to level 2 once the Vice President of Education approves that you have completed level 1, level 2, level 3. You will go ahead and be able to get into your next level. Okay, so how we get back to the beginning of starting out with your pathways is you click your left-hand sidebar here where it says Toastmasters Pathways. That brings you back to the beginning of your pathways journey. I believe at this time, unless anyone has any questions, we are fully completed with the overview of pathways. Anybody have any questions? You can raise your hand, it may be easier. Natifa, you can unmute yourself if you have a question.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Perfectly.
Okay. Good night, everyone. My questions was pertaining to after I've done my icebreaker, which I did.
Correct.
I'm lost after that. I'm not sure what I need to do and what I need to submit in pathways to
Okay.
show that.
So you've completed your icebreaker, right?
Correct.
Okay, did you go through the video and everything that you saw here? Because you have the same
Yes.
thing that I have here. And did it say completed project, that you've completed it?
No.
So then you missed a step, because when you get all the way to the very end and it asks you your access your skills afterwards,
Mm-hmm.
there's still another question that you haven't answered.
Okay.
So you just got to go back right into that area that we just were. So you launch your project, right? Just like
Okay.
here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And once you've launched the project, you're going to go right here, access your skills
Yes.
after. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
click on that. And you have to notice if this red is still highlighted, next, click that. If you can't move any further with this button here, you can go.
Yes, I'm doing that. I'm doing that right now.
Okay.
I went through all of this.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. And that's the last thing okay, okay, perfect. Okay, I did it now.
The aha moment, yay!
I thought I had to put in, I had to type in some stuff in there, no?
Nope, no worries, you're complete. If it says you're complete, you're complete. So now you're on speech number 2. So when you launch your button here, the launch button for your education in your education transcripts.
Wait 1 second, do I have to go back to Basecamp to get to there, or is it supposed to automatically take me to the next?
You have to go back. You could just go back.
Okay.
Right up here. You see the Toastmasters Pathways Learning Experience here? Go ahead and click on that and it will bring you your transcript.
Okay.
So you click on that here like that, right?
Okay, wait 1 second. Okay, I'm here.
Okay, so you're right here where I am, right? You have
correct.
and your whatever path yours is, mine's leadership development here. You're going to open up your curriculum again.
Okay.
Okay, and you're going to go ahead and now it should say whatever percentage it is up here, your progress
It
bar.
still says 0%. Let me refresh the page.
Okay.
It still says 0.
It may take a minute or two for
Okay.
Okay, so it should update it. You did get the completion, right? And you hit finish. Did you hit the word finish when you saw that?
Yes.
Okay.
I did.
Okay, so everyone on the call, it's really important that you hit the word finish, because when you
so
it automatically brings you. You may have thought you hit finish, but maybe you didn't. So you may want to go back again, Natifa,
Okay.
because it usually does upgrade it right away.
Did I have to put a date in? Because it says, no due date. Did I have to put in a date?
You should not.
For,
No.
okay. Let me get back to here.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and let you play with that. If there's any questions
Okay.
after, I'll be happy to answer them for you. In the meantime, does anyone else have any questions? We're all good? All righty. Well, thank you all for joining us tonight. I hope this clarified a lot of things. Brendan, once you open up your transcript, those buttons should be back. If everybody can do me a favor before we go, if you could all check to be sure that when you go into your Toastmasters Pathways Learning Experience, your education transcript gives you the options to launch Complete a Level Overview, Complete My Assignments Overview, and Completing a Project. Go ahead and check that for me, please.
Staci?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm on that page where it says Education Transcript, and it says Leadership Development, Open Curriculum, and then on the bottom of it, below it, it says How to Evaluate, Launch. So I'm going to open the curriculum, right, with that little red box or the little brown box. And then it says open curriculum, view training details, or move to archive script. So can you explain that, please?
Could you share your screen with me, please?
Well, she's on a different computer.
I'm on my own computer. I'm just looking, I just went on to like my own computer.
The only way I could really support you is if you share your screen.
Okay.
I do have it set up where anybody can have me share their screen. So the meeting is set up so that everybody can share their screen if they want to show me something.
Unfortunately, we're not set up with that right now because we're working on two different computers.
Okay.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
I can log you on afterwards, Connie.
Okay.
Anybody have any other questions? Brendan, were you able to open your transcript and see those options so you can see those videos?
Working on that right now.
Okay. Also, I want everybody, I'm going to share my screen here with you all too. We do have a YouTube channel. Wellington Toastmasters Club does have a YouTube channel. And I'm going to go ahead and post this link to our YouTube channel in our chat so that you can all tune in to our YouTube channel. There are 3 videos that our former Vice President of Education did that go through and explain even more details on how you can get started on your Pathways journey. So between this evening's course and Stephen's course on YouTube and Toastmasters.org, I hope that each one of you can navigate through in a friendly manner with all grace and ease and be able to move through your journey and achieve what you would like to achieve as a Toastmaster. I'm going to leave this all open now for Q&A. So I'm just going to hang out with you guys for a minute so that you can all log in, play around.
Hey, Staci.
Yes.
Can I share my screen and you tell me if I'm seeing what I'm supposed to be seeing?
Absolutely. That would be great. Let me take you off of my share screen because I believe we can only share one screen at a time.
That is correct.
Okay. Ready.
Okay. Can you see my Toastmasters?
I am not seeing. I see you.
You still see me? Okay.
Go down to
Hang
the
on.
green button.
Oh wait, hang on.
Share screen.
Here we go. Wait, I got it.
Yay.
Yeah, I got it. There we go. Okay. So is this what I'm supposed to be seeing? Motivational strategies. Then below that, I have the navigator, and then I have complete my assignment overview, and then complete.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So I'm good.
Exactly. So if everyone can look at Michael's screen right now, you'll see that this is what I was showing you earlier. It's just in a larger view. Once you open up your curriculum, it does navigate you through. So if Michael were to click launch, Michael, if you could do me a favor, please.
Yeah.
The navigator, the drop down bar next to the word launch, could you please drop that bar down?
Mhm.
The navigator, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead and launch it, please.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to close this. We'll take care of that later.
Okay, so yes, so until you complete all that, that's okay. So these are all the different, so the navigator has all of the essential information about your Toastmasters journey. It gives you and it supports you through the process and the progress. So welcome to Toastmasters, your Toastmasters Club, your speeches and evaluations. This pretty much is all clickable. You can go ahead and it allows you to navigate through your big, gigantic treasure chest, which is toastmasters.org. Could you go ahead and go back, Michael, please?
Yes. Let me see. Yeah. Okay.
Perfect. Motivational strategies. So let's go ahead, Michael, and open up your curriculum. On the right-hand side, there's a drop-down bar, or you could just click it like that. Okay. So Michael's on his icebreaker. So go ahead, Michael, and utilize your drop-down bar. This will be perfect for people that are on their icebreaker. Okay, and hit launch. Click launch. It'll open in just a second.
Yeah.
Takes a second.
Mm-hmm.
And you can click it. Just click here. Okay. It's waiting. This is
I
where
think
the
somebody's out.
this is where the music usually goes do 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 do. Okay, for some reason. Okay, it's coming.
Yeah, I may have a slow connection here.
All right, that's okay. I was going to walk everyone through on.
There we go. It just so we give up. It happened. Okay.
Okay, so if you go to your drop, so you've already played with this. It looks like because you're already at access your skills after.
I believe I was thinking that I did give the icebreaker. I just didn't follow through and finish the rest of the.
Great. So let's have you follow through now. We'll all be your accountable partners.
Okay. All right.
So go ahead and access your skills afterwards so everyone can see what this looks like, please.
I would say.
And I did say this meeting was going to be 20 to 25 minutes. The meeting's really over. We're just playing around and just answering everyone's questions. So
Yeah,
if you feel like you need to go, it's okay.
I would say I'm pretty modest. I would say 3. Like it's.
All right, go ahead. Yes, go right ahead. Do your.
I understand the structure of a basic speech. I'm going to give myself a 4. All right.
Oh, I don't see submit on mine.
Okay, so right, that's what it is. You'll see the submit. So hold on. So this actually gives Michael where he started before and where he left off after. So it gives you your own personal feedback, Michael.
Right. I might have been a little modest there because I actually voted myself lower on the after, not really knowing where I thought I was. We kind of just rushed through that, but that's okay.
Yes, it is okay. And it does show you exactly where you are in life. So that was perfect for you. Because we don't need to remember where we started. This is why we want to know where we're after. It's all good. You did great. You are amazing though, Michael.
Thank you. You are as well.
Thank you. So you
I'm going to go ahead and close this out.
Yes. And now you're going to.
We can go. We can go back here.
Don't go back. That's what okay, so that's why we're not completing. So here we go.
Okay.
Use this arrow on the right.
Okay.
Just say congratulations. You have completed this project. Yay! Thanks for showing us that, Michael, because that's where 99% of everybody says, I don't know why it's not adding it up. So
Right, that one last click that we're forgetting to do.
Yes. So this screen is what we need to see. You've completed this project. You're now ready to advance to the next project. So Michael, could you please go back to your education transcript?
Okay, let's get.
And go ahead and
How do I get that? Home, right?
refresh, reboot up there in your navigation bar. Refresh your screen at the top.
Okay, there we go. So now we have
Now
it shows.
that little check mark, and that means
Yep.
you're done with your icebreaker.
Right, that means I get to move on to the next step.
Yes, so your next step so everyone can see. So Michael, could you please click the drop-down bar next to activate? We're gonna give you a full, no. Yep, there we go. Now you can launch it. Perfect. Oh, Brendan raised his hand. Yay, Brendan. You know you're a great teacher when you have a lot of questions. Go ahead, Brendan.
If I could share my screen after he's done.
Oh, yes. One minute for peace, guys.
Stacy, so can you hear me?
She said 1 minute for peace.
Perfectly.
Sorry.
One moment. Let's just get Michael through. So Michael, just go ahead and click begin. Thank you. So if everyone could just look here, you have options here. There's a little blue button that says directions. So you can click on that. Go ahead and do that if you don't mind, please, Michael.
Where's that?
Right where your mouse is.
Yeah, but it's not. It's only
Okay, that's the next screen. Okay, so
active, so we can go.
yes, go ahead there.
So there's an I think this is just like a tutorial. It looks like.
Well, this is the important part. This is where a lot of people are missing the boat because they're not reading through this. This is where I showed you on my screen earlier that I do a double screen. So I take notes of what it is the project is bringing forward to me and what it is to teach me. So if I'm reading here, the benefit of any effective evaluation is in the way it's applied. And then I take something good out of that, and I usually make note to that. Now go to the next one, Michael, please.
Mhm.
And this tells you about your evaluations and in this project, what you're going to learn, so everybody knows what they're going to learn. And then go ahead next. This teaches you how to effectively put together a whole computation on anything that you're doing at work as well. So if you're doing anything like this at work, this is a great example of how to put a perfect project together. So right underneath Yeah, now you can put directions. Now, the red project checklist, Michael, can you click that, please? So this is your downloadable and printable project checklist. There's your checklist. It opens it up in a different window as well. Okay, and then you can go back up to the Toastmasters site again, Michael. Okay, perfect. And it'll just walk you through, there's a video in there, you access your skills before, and again, when you come back, you're gonna access your skills afterwards. Okay, so you don't have to do this. Are you clear, Michael, now?
Yes, perfectly.
Glad we could all hold you accountable to completing your icebreaker project.
Yes, thank you. Somebody had to do it.
Okay, so could you unshare your screen, and then Brendan, you could go ahead and share your screen.
Yes, hang on. I'm working on that. Let's see. I'm trying to get back to.
I got you. It's done.
There we go. All right. Thank you.
Welcome. All right, Brendan. Yep.
Okay, so and I thought I went into this education transcript part to unlock it, and I was playing around in there, but how do I get this piece under here to update with what you had?
Let's go ahead and open the curriculum.
That's
No, I'm sorry. Go to My Education Transcript, open up your curriculum.
okay.
Okay. All right, so it looks like you've already done and completed your icebreaker. You're
Yeah,
on
I went through that because I had done that previously.
right. Okay. Can you drop down the bar that says options, please? At the top right.
Oh.
Is that the drop down bar, view training details?
Yeah.
Or down says? Okay. All right. You know what? We'll go back to that, but I want to show everybody this since you're here too, because this is a really good feature as well. Could you click next to icebreaker? Most of you probably don't realize this, but this is possible too. Click the, the drop down. Yep. So this is the evaluation. So go ahead and click evaluate, please. So this actually gives you an option to and an opportunity to give Toastmasters International, after every speech that you've done, give them feedback. Okay? So I just want everybody to know if you liked it or you didn't like it or whatever it is and you think it can be improved, Toastmasters International is looking for that. That's it. I just wanted to show you all that that's available.
Okay.
Cancel that. Now let's go back to the Toastmasters Pathways Learning Experience, please. And we are looking for the instructions that I had there. Let's see, education. Let's go to navigating Basecamp. Okay, here it is. So yours is probably updated compared to mine. I know they've done some updates. So there is this, you see where it says complete my assignments, feedback and recognition, complete a level. That's exactly what you were just looking at on my screen.
Got it. Okay.
So when you click on that, it should pull up a video. Go ahead and click. Let's just make sure. Complete my assignments. Launch it. Yep. Should be a video. Let's see. There you go. Okay. Saving documents. Accessing. Okay. Close window. Return. It didn't give you that. But that's pretty cool what it is giving you, so that you guys know how to save everything to your portfolios. You can access any speech evaluation resources. And just so you do know, you can schedule a speech outside of your club. So for instance, if you are doing a project at work and you could utilize it for pathways, go ahead and reach out to any of your club members. As long as they're there at the meeting or you record it and they listen to it, you can get credit for that as a speech, just so everybody knows that. So if you're doing anything at work that has to do with any type of presentations, I invite you to look at your pathways and go ahead and look at your projects, because those projects will help you with your presentation at work. I guarantee you, you'll take your project that you're going to do at work to a whole nother level. And on top of that, if you record it, send it to one of us to evaluate you, you will get that project marked off in your Pathways journal, in your Pathways journey. Thanks for bringing that up, Brendan.
Okay, so then this automatically populated because this wasn't here before. So now that we've clicked it, now I see it.
Okay.
Got
All right.
it.
So you're good to go. All right, so are you clear now, Brendan?
Yeah, that was fine. So I'll go back through the home and just,
Just start navigating. Yes, go through your navigating Basecamp, saving documents. Also, completing a level is there too. So if you go to that was the third one, complete a level overview. So this is probably opening them up. You're launching them all.
okay, so you just have to go in one at a time and then they'll show.
And launch them. And then they'll probably, let's go back to that bar where it was showing on mine. Yeah, now it's all showing. So you just have to go through and launch. You've got to play around. The whole purpose and the reason why they do this is so that you're actually reading the website. And you're not just, just looking at it and wondering what everything is. So they do actually do a great job at having you be sure that you are reading through. There's your certificate.
Perfect.
Okay?
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Anybody else want to share their screen? Connie, did you figure out what you needed to, or did you want to share your screen?
Okay, so actually it was the same screen that Michael was on. It's the same exact screen. So I got the checks on mine.
I don't know what you're sharing, but we can't see anything.
Yeah, you can't.
All right, it's okay. No worries.
We got it. We got to work with it. You got to sit down and play with it. That's all.
All I want to know, so when you get that check, like above the icebreaker and above evaluation feedback, it means you're done. That's like when congratulations, you finished.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't have to worry about it if it says launch on the right-hand side.
Yes, because the reason why they keep it launchable is because if you're doing something that you want to utilize a project in the information portion, say you're doing a podcast and there's really great things in there about tips on how to do the podcast. It allows you to go back into each and every one of your projects and launch it so that you have a continually updated education transcript of whatever it is that you want to do outside of Toastmasters. So in my level 1, right, the icebreaker, evaluation and feedback, and then it says researching and presenting. I guess there's 3 things that I have to do in order to complete that level 1. I have to do all 3 things, make sure I get checks on all of them and complete them through. So the last one that I have left is research and presenting. So if I hyperlink that launch, I launch that.
Do it.
That's what I'm launching.
Do it. Look.
We can't see what you're doing, Connie.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It sounds to me like if you just follow through and go through all of the videos, you'll be supported after this. I think you're asking a question that we've already covered a couple of times. So when Michael was showing you and when I was showing you that through you must be complete with each project. You're going to go on to the next project. You launch it. Once you've launched it, you go through, you read it, you listen to the video, you print out the sheets that you want to print out. After that, you take and you access your skills. After you access your skills, you complete your speech, you come back to your computer and you do the after skills evaluation access. And then once you get, I have completed this, now you're at your 4th speech. So now you are going to be complete with level 1. The system, as long as it says this project has been completed, right from there, you're going to go ahead and wait for your Vice President of Education to check off that you've completed level 1. Now that you're completed with level 1, your system will automatically allow you to launch level 2. Okay? Anybody else have any questions? Alrighty, I thank you all for joining us this evening, and I'm looking forward to each one of you taking your Toastmasters journey to all new levels, utilizing all of the resources that I believe is your multi-million-dollar toolbox right here if you do any kind of presentations in whatever you do for work. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Stacy.
Thank you all. Good night, everyone.
Great weekend, everybody.
You too.
Night.
Happy Easter.
Good night. Good night. Thank you so much, Stacy.
So welcome. You're so welcome, baby.